Make sure you download the School Duel app on your smartphone so you can keep up to date with everything School Duel right at your fingertips. The School Duel app is available right now for all iPhone and Android users.
The following program is presented by Chick-fil-A and Bright Star Credit Union.
John Ferguson High takes on Archimedean Upper Conservatory tonight on School Duel. To School Duel. I'm Lisa Lee. This is a show where close to 60 high schools from Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties competed to be part of the show. The top 20 schools made it to the televised rounds where they battle it out in an academic tournament for South Florida bragging rights. And the winners walk away with the school trophy from EDCO, a $1,000 check for each student courtesy of Bright Star Credit Union and Chick-fil-A. And continuing this season, each team advancing to the semifinals qualifies for the National Academic Championship. Details on this competition are at QUnlimited.com. Now, with that much at stake, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the brackets for this week's game. Now, as you see, this second round game matches John Ferguson High versus Archimedean Upper Conservatory and what is going to be another showdown. The winner between the two schools will be moving on to the quarterfinals. So let's hear it for our two competitors. And we have more because during the show, each student will compete in the Chick-fil-A Challenge. Here, the student with the most correct answers throughout the show will win Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches for an entire year. Sounds delicious? All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first round is called the warning shot. Here, it's school against school competing with toss-up questions directed at the entire group. Now, each question is worth 10 points, and if a question is answered incorrectly, the other school gets one chance to steal the points. All right, schools, prepare for the warning shot. Your first question deals with home state. What Florida city with an annual bike week hosts tours of its international speedway during spring break? Anvith.
Daytona.
Good job. Let's move on to money. Originated in Spain, what currency does Mexico currently? Anvith.
The peso.
Yes, they do. All right, geography. Though most of its water is diverted by New York and Ontario to generate electricity, there's still lots of water there. Yes, Anvith?
The Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls is correct. All right, we're going to go to a question dealing with numbers. Of the set of 5 numbers, 18, 36, 30, 46, and 25, which number is odd? Yes, Julian?
35.
Incorrect. Archimedean? Anvith?
25.
25 is correct. Good job. Sports teams. This team currently plays in the Staples Center and has 16 championships. Anvith?
The Lakers.
Correct. Good job. Spelling. Spell the plural of the word half. Anvith?
Halves.
Correct, for halves. Good job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the What Am I question, brought to you by Extreme Action Park in Fort Lauderdale. This is where our contestants will be given a clue about something or someone and shown a picture that will slowly reveal itself. The first school to buzz in and answer correctly will win the points. So here goes. Heart doctors can now predict your risk of dying in the next 10 years by studying your use of it for a few minutes. Name this item. Yes, Raphael?
A treadmill.
Correct. Good job. And the American Council on Exercise says that compared to other types of gym equipment, the treadmill reigns supreme when it comes to caloric burn efficiency. All right, let's move on to a question dealing with writing. The pronouns he, she, and it represent what point of view in writing? Navin?
Third.
Correct. Third person is correct. All right, fast math. What is the sum of the squares of 10 and 2? Anvith?
104.
Correct. Good job. Singers. What pop singer who sponsored a recent video contest based on her song Roar also sings, yes, Anvith?
Katy Perry.
Yes. Phrases. After after you write a computer program, your boss tells you that it would have been easier if you had used work previously done by someone else. What three-word phrase will your boss then probably tell you to stop doing? A phrase meaning to duplicate something. Yes, Julian?
Reinvent the wheel?
Yes, good job. Atoms. What subatomic particle in the nucleus of an atom has no charge? Yes, Anvith?
The neutron?
Very good. Okay, architecture. Radio City Music Hall, the Chrysler Building, and many of Miami's, yes, Anvith?
Art Deco?
Yes, sir. Good job. All right, elements. This element has atomic number 16, is yellow as a solid, and forms, yes, Navin?
Sulfur.
Yes, sir. Good job. There's our buzzer, and that means the end of the warning shot round. We do have Archimedean leading. They have 110 points. Now, John Ferguson, they have 30 points. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with more School Duel after these messages.
Make sure you download the School Duel app on your smartphone so you can keep up to date with everything School Duel right at your fingertips. The School Duel app is available right now for all iPhone and Android users.
Improve your money skills with Brightstar University. At Brightstar University, people of all ages can log in to learn more about finances. Just choose your age-specific category and pick from a collection of interactive financial topics, including the Visa Financial Football Game, where your team scores by answering money management questions. Just go to www.brightstaru.com. Brightstar University is brought to you by Brightstar Credit Union, proud sponsor of School Duel on BECON-TV.
In 1973, Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy created the Leadership Scholarship Program,
encouraging Chick-fil-A restaurant employees to further their education.
Since then, Chick-fil-A has awarded more than $28 million in scholarships
to team members who excel in the classroom, serve their communities,
demonstrate a solid work ethic, and possess a desire to lead.
So we say, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Truett. It means a lot.
Chick-fil-A is the proud corporate partner of the pursuit of higher education.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
Joining us, welcome back to School Duel. The first round of action ended with Archimedean leading over John Ferguson. The current score is 110-30. Now, before we begin the second round, let's go ahead and take a minute to meet this week's competitors from each school. And let's start with the John Ferguson Falcons. Welcome. All right, we're going to start with Navin. He's a senior. The question of the day is there a special teacher in your life that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Mrs. Hayes, Dr. Lemus, and Captain Wolf.
And shout them out.
Shout out to you guys.
Okay, cool. All right, Julian, you're a junior. Go ahead, give your shout outs.
Mr. Rowe, this is for you. Bloom like a flower.
Oh, sounds like something he says in class. All right, we have Christian, who's a junior. Christian, your turn.
I'd like to shout out to Ms. Flores, a magnificent math teacher who's in the audience right now.
Awesome. Shout out to you, Ms. Flores. And last but not least, we do have the captain of Ferguson's team. His name is Nirav, and he's a junior. So go ahead, your turn.
I would like to give a shout out to our amazing sponsor, Mr. Andion, and just say thank you for bringing us here.
Oh, that was so sweet. I like it. All right, John Ferguson, let's go ahead and meet your competitors. They are the Archimedean Owls. Welcome. We're going to start off with Raphael. You're a sophomore. Same thing for you. Who are you going to shout out?
I can't pick one teacher. I love all my teachers equally. I like to shout them all out. Thank you, guys.
Oh, that was very special and heartfelt. You even get applause from the audience for that. Look at that. All right, we even have Evelyn. She's a junior. Go ahead, your turn.
All my teachers are amazing. I love them all. So I would not want to pick one of them over the other. So I'd give a shout out to all of them for all their amazing work.
Oh, very nice. All right, Andrea, you're a junior.
Seems kind of corny because my two teammates have already said this, but all of our teachers put in all the extra work and effort that they don't have to. So shout out to all of them for staying after school with us.
Oh, that's so sweet. You guys are winning my heart. All right, and the captain of the Archimedean team is Anvith, who's a sophomore. I think you have a trend to follow here, Anvith.
I'm going to break the trend. I'd like to shout out my trig teacher, Mr. Thimpides, for being a very cool teacher and a very sarcastic person.
All right, I likes that. All right, guys. Well, welcome. And of course, shout out to everyone who's in the field of education. We appreciate you every day. So big round of applause for our educators. All right. Now that we know everyone, let's go ahead and move on to round 2, the joust. Here, one player from each school competes head-to-head with a 10-point toss-up question. The player that wins then gets 3 bonus questions with their school, worth 5, then 10, and then, of course, 15 points. All right, schools, it is time to joust. Let's start with Nariv and Anvit. Here's your toss-up question worth 10 points, gentlemen. It's part of the digestive system. Name this tube that connects your throat. Yes, Anvit?
The esophagus.
Correct. Good job. Archimedean, the following bonus questions deal with the human body. Your bonus question number 1 is worth 5 points. Name the area within a bone where red blood cells are created. Andrea?
Marrow.
Correct. Good job. Bonus question number 2 is worth 10 points. Your heart has 2 atria and 2 of these other structures. Name them. Andrea?
Ventricles.
Yes, ma'am. Bonus question number 3 is worth 15 points. Unless it starts to hurt, nobody ever seems to think about the small sac-shaped organ which holds bile from the liver before it is released into their intestines. What? Yes, Anvit?
The gallbladder.
Yes, sir. Good job. All right, Andrea and Christian, come on down. It is your turn to joust. Here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. This question is from the study guide for the National Geographic B. Here you go. What is the longest river in Egypt? Yes, Andrea?
The Nile.
Correct. Good job. All right, Archimedean, the following bonus questions deal with questions from the study guide for the National Geographic B. Bonus question number 1 is worth 5 points. To visit the ruins of the ancient ceremonial capital of Persia, you would have to travel to what present-day country with the current capital of Tehran? Yes, Anvit?
Iran.
Correct. Good job. Here's your second bonus question. It's worth 10 points. Just like Greenland, the Faroe Islands are owned by this Scandinavian country. Name the country. Anvit?
Norway.
Incorrect. We're looking for Denmark. Bonus question number 3 is worth 15 points. The North Atlantic Current brings warm water from the tropics to the west coast of which continent? Andrea?
Europe.
Yes, ma'am. Good job. Evelyn, Julian, come on down. It's your turn to joust. Here's your toss-up question worth 10 points. Originally from Greek, spell this word that means a type of private school. Spell academy. Yes, Julian?
A-C-A-D-E-M-Y.
Correct. John Ferguson, we're now with you. The following bonus questions all deal with spelling these words that came to English from Greek. Bonus question number 1 is worth 5 points. This means a word pronounced like another word but with a different meaning. Spell homonym. Julian?
H-O-M-O-N-Y-M.
Very good. Bonus question number 2 is worth 10 points. This means a high social class. Spell aristocracy. Christian?
A-R-I-S-T-O-C-R-A-C-Y.
Correct. Good job. And your third bonus question, it's worth 15 points. This means loud and harsh noises. Spell cacophony. Julian?
C-A-C-O-P-H-O-N-Y.
Awesome job. You guys nailed that round. All right. Navin, Raphael, come on down. It is your turn to joust. Gentlemen, your toss-up question is worth 10 points. Here it is. He is the all-time winningest head coach in the NFL. Name this former Miami Dolphin head coach. Yes, Navin?
Belichick.
Incorrect. Raphael? Oh, we're looking for a famous person here. He's Don Shula. All right. I have another question for you. Don't go anywhere. He played college ball at the University of Pittsburgh. Name this Hall of Fame former Dolphin quarterback. You want to guess? No? All right. We're looking for Dan Marino. Dan Marino. It's okay, gentlemen. And there's the horn, and that means the end to the joust. We do have Archimedean leading. They have 180 points. Ferguson has 70 points. But don't go anywhere, because of course we'll be back with more School Duel after these messages.
Make sure you download the School Duel app on your smartphone so you can keep up to date with everything School Duel right at your fingertips. The School Duel app is available right now for all iPhone and Android users.
We love magnet programs!
From elementary to high school, Broward County Public Schools magnet programs provide extra opportunities and experiences for students in specific fields of study. International Baccalaureate, Military Academy, Montessori, Performance and Visual Arts, Sciences, and many others. The programs are free. Shop early for your child's education. Apply online today at browardschools.com. Broward County Public Schools magnet programs.
Missing school? You're missing out. Regular attendance equals education, and education equals success.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
Welcome back to School Duel, where local high schools match wits to see who will be this year's School Duel champion. The second round match has Ferguson High competing against Archimedean Upper Conservatory. Archimedean is currently leading. They have 180 points. Ferguson has 70 points. All right, guys, we're now ready for the rapid fire round. During this round, the teams will receive a category of questions to answer within 60 seconds. Each question is worth 10 points, and if any questions are answered incorrectly, then the other school will have the opportunity to steal the points. Now, since Ferguson is trailing, they will have the opportunity to pick their category. Today's choices are starts with I or starts with N. So which category would you like, Ferguson?
Starts with N, please.
Starts with N. All right, it's all yours. All right, schools, here comes the rapid fire. Starts with N, Ferguson. In this category, the answer contains a word that starts with the letter N. Remember, you do have 60 seconds to answer these questions worth 10 points each. So cue music and let's begin. A scary dream.
Nightmare.
Adjective for someone who refuses to take sides.
Neutral.
An old, broken down horse, or to always complain to someone.
Nag.
Branch of the U.S. military that fits this category.
Navy.
SpongeBob's TV channel.
Nickelodeon.
Denver's NBA team.
Nuggets.
South Bend, Indiana School and Paris Cathedral.
Notre Dame.
Who was said to have fiddled while Rome burned?
Nero.
Element with the atomic number 10.
Nitrogen.
City where German war trials took place after World War...
Nuremberg.
Good job. We got through all of your questions. You only missed one question. Archimedean, let's see if you know the answer to this. Element with the atomic number... Yes, Anvith?
Neon.
Correct. Good job. All right, Archimedean. Your category starts with I. And in this category, the answer contains a word that starts with the letter I. And remember, you too have 60 seconds to answer these questions worth 10 points each. So cue music and let's begin. Country that contains the Vatican City.
Italy.
Its capital is Boise.
Idaho.
Type of triangle fitting the category.
Isosceles.
Cleveland's professional baseball team.
The Indians.
A hormone that lowers the level of glucose in the blood.
Insulin.
Habitual sleeplessness or the inability.
Insomnia.
The U.S. invaded this country in 2003.
Iraq.
Term for the breaking of a minor law.
Illegal.
Raiders of the Lost Ark main character.
Indiana Jones.
City once known as Constantinople. Yes.
Istanbul.
Very good. All right, we got through all of your questions. You only missed one question. So, Ferguson, do you know the answer? Term for the breaking of a minor law? Yes, Julian?
Infraction.
Yes, sir. Good job. Nice deals on both sides. All right, guys, and that buzzer means the end to the rapid fire round. Archimedean is still leading. They have 280 points. Ferguson has 170 points, but let's go ahead and take a short break, and then we'll be back for the final showdown.
Make sure you download the School Duel app on your smartphone so you can keep up to date with everything School Duel right at your fingertips. The School Duel app is available right now for all iPhone and Android users.
In 1973, Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy created the Leadership Scholarship Program,
encouraging Chick-fil-A restaurant employees to further their education.
Since then, Chick-fil-A has awarded more than $28 million in scholarships
To team members who excel in the classroom, serve their communities,
demonstrate a solid work ethic, and possess a desire to lead.
So we say, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Truett. Means a lot.
Chick-fil-A is the proud corporate partner of the pursuit of higher education.
Improve your money skills with Brightstar University. At Brightstar University, people of all ages can log in to learn more about finances. Just choose your age-specific category and pick from a collection of interactive financial topics, including the Visa Financial Football Game, where your team scores by answering money management questions. Just go to www.brightstaru.com. Brightstar University is brought to you by Brightstar Credit Union, proud sponsor of School Duel on BECON-TV.
BECON-TV would like to thank the following sponsors for making School Duel possible.
Thanks for joining us. We are back with School Duel, and we've got a good second round match going as Archimedean clings to its lead over John Ferguson High. Current score, 280 to 170. It is now time for the final showdown. This is the last round. The schools will go against each other again with toss-up questions, but this time the questions are now worth 20 points. Now remember, if a question is answered incorrectly, the other school can steal the points. All right, school, this is for a spot in the quarterfinals. So it is time for the final showdown. First question deals with films. Vivian Lee played Scarlett O'Hara in this classic Civil War movie. Anvin?
Gone with the Wind.
Foreign languages. From the Japanese words for sunshine and roast, what adjective describes a meat dish that is grilled or broiled after being soaked in a spicy, yes, Anvin?
Azure.
Incorrect, John Ferguson, after it is being soaked in a spicy soy sauce. Christian?
Teriyaki.
Correct. Broadway. In the musical Evita, for which country does she sing Don't Cry? Evelyn?
Argentina.
Money math. John was making $6 an hour until he got a raise to $9 per hour. What percentage increase was John's raise? Nariv.
50%.
Very good. U.S. government. What organization in the U.S. government was involved in the restoration of the Shah of Iran in 1953? A coup in Vietnam? Yes, Christian?
The FBI.
Incorrect. Archimedean Anvith?
CIA.
Landmarks. In what country would you find the Arc de Triomphe? Yes, Andrea?
France.
Composers. Writing to his father in 1787, Mozart mentioned a teenager composer he had met and said of him, keep your eyes on him. Yes, Julian?
Beethoven.
Organisms. Several phyla of protists have names that end in phyta, meaning they contain what type of organism that lives in water and makes its own. Christian?
Plankton.
Incorrect. Archimedean, it lives in water and makes its own food. Anvin?
Algae.
The NFL. Which NFL team has 6 Super Bowl championships and features a helmet decal only on one side of the helmet? Anvith?
The Steelers.
Multiple meanings. What word from architecture can mean the limited period during which a spacecraft can take off to accomplish its mission? Microsoft has used the plural of this to name its operating systems. Yes, Navin?
Windows.
Intolerance. Its Spanish version was begun by Ferdinand and Isabella in the late, yes, Anvith?
Inquisition.
Unscramble. Unscramble Monday to end up with another word beginning with D and ending with O that can mean an extremely energetic person. Julian.
Dynamo.
Holidays. Called St. Stephen's Day in some places, it may have gotten its name from the presents and time off provided by rich people to their servants on the day after Christmas. Give the term used, Navin?
Boxing Day.
Elements. Bauxite is an ore of what recyclable metallic? Christian?
Aluminum.
Mythology. In mythology, what Titan, whose name starts with P, was punished for giving fire to mankind? Yes, Navin?
Prometheus.
U.S. history. He joined the colonial forces and in 1777 served as Anvith?
The Swamp Fox.
Incorrect, John Ferguson. In 1777 served as aide-de-camp to General George Washington and was promoted to Secretary of Treasury during Washington's first term. Name this founding Nariv?
Hamilton.
Narab, sorry. Hamilton is correct. Running. To the nearest mile, how many miles make up a standard 5K run? Anvith.
3.
Music. What's the second largest member of the violin family? Christian.
The cello.
News. After 11 years with his current employer, he became that network's weeknight anchorman and stayed there until 2015 when he was, yes, Anvith?
Brian Williams.
States. The name of this state comes from a Spanish word meaning snow-clad. Name this western state whose capital is Carson City and whose other city, yes, Navin?
Nevada.
Comedians. Name the Hispanic stand-up comedian, famed for his jokes about levels of fatness, whose shows are Narav?
Gabriel Iglesias.
Correct. World leaders. Nearly 1,000 objects related to his life were recently auctioned in France, including one of his black bicorn hats. Name this world leader whose other auction items included papers he wrote to practice English on the island of St. Helena. Yes, Anvith?
Napoleon.
Very good. And there's my buzzer. That brings an end to the second round school duel match as, oh my goodness, the score so close. Archimedean is going on to winning. They're leading, ending with 480 points with John Ferguson. Way to pull it out. They're ending with 410 points. Now this win, Archimedean, is putting you into the quarterfinals. So congratulations. And great job to everyone, of course. And now this brings us an end to the Chick-fil-A challenge. And today's winner is, drum roll please, Anvith from Archimedean. Congratulations. Congratulations on your Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches for an entire year. Now, at this time, we'd like to thank you at home for watching, as always, and of course to our sponsors for making School Duel possible. Don't forget to check out our website at schoolduel.tv, where you can find out even more about all of the schools involved this year, as well as vote on who you thought was the player of the week for today's game. But most importantly, make sure that you tune in next week to School Duel Thursday at 7 p.m. as Suncoast High takes on Park Vista High in the next second round match. Goodbye, everyone.
School Duel was brought to you by Chick-fil-A and Bright Star Credit Union.
Make sure you download the School Duel app on your smartphone so you can keep up to date with everything School Duel right at your fingertips. The School Duel app is available right now for all iPhone and Android users.